algorithmic pressure.
All right. Well, what I got is something that I think is funny, which is mean tweets. A lot of people tweeted me mean things.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, you guys have to know that as much as you try to hurt me, I'm mostly amused at the horrible and cruel things you say. You'd be better off working a more subtle angle than an over-the-top angle, because you have to understand when you go over the top, then the person you're going over the top with can be dismissive. You see?
Yeah.
So you should say, I don't think Adam's an ideal dad. He's away a lot. He sort of watches too much TV. And he doesn't listen as well as he probably should. But if you say Adam Carolla's the worst dad ever born, then I go, all right, fuck off. Like, first off, I had a dad, and he was a lot fucking worse than I was. And then you had a dad, and he was worse than I was. So there's a long line.
You think the strategy is low perbole?
Low perbole. Yeah, I do, because I'll have to think about it. You know, because people go like, Adam is the least funny person ever born. And then I'll go, what about my stepdad, John? I mean, I got him beat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the least. You got to dial it in a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit subtle.
The Bert Kreischer scale of funniness. Let's see. I see what you're saying.
What is that scale?
I don't know. Some people think Bert's hilarious. Some people think Bert's a piece of shit.
Right.
I fall somewhere in the middle.
I like Bert, but I get it. You could say, Adam used to be funny. Now he's less funny than Bert Kreischer. And then I would have to think about that.
All right.
You see what I mean? Like, I'd have to go, what does that mean?
Down, Ace.
But if you just go least funny person ever born.
You can dismiss that.
I'll dismiss that. So as I've said in the past, I sent out a very innocuous tweet several weeks ago when I was in Arizona. And I've been hearing everyone arguing over Doge and about Social Security and the government and Medicaid and what about the people who have disabilities and what about the homeless situation and what about everything.
Yeah.
So I, who've been completely consistent for 30 years into a microphone, basically said, let me break it down. I want you to take care of your own family and yourself, not because I have disdain for the government or you. I have not seen examples of the government doing a good job taking care of you.
So you're saying a bug-out bag and a fallout shelter.
Take care of your own shit.
I hear you.
And if the government did a exquisite job of taking care of people, then I might tend to lean more toward government. But in my opinion, it always turns to shit. So I don't think it would be a good idea for the government to take care of you, but I think you can take care of yourself. There's a way to do it. And so it says, this tweet that I sent out on March 16th, so we're right on the anniversary here. I have a thought, period. How about everyone take care of themselves and their families and not rely on the government? Okay, to me, this is the sky is blue and the grass is green.
Water's wet.
And this water's wet, and this is what this country is about. I have then pulled several replies to that. Does your thought apply to seniors, people with severe disabilities? How about children in foster care? Are there any limits to your self-bootstrap theory? Okay. And by the way, people send me stuff all the time, like, what about the military? I'm like, yeah, okay. I never said dismantle the military. Well, what about the roads? I like roads, and I like schools. I like library. I'm saying do not rely on the government for everything. Military, roads, hospitals, fine. But we'll take care of the other stuff. All right, the next one.
Wait, but like what other stuff is there in the government?
Well, there's all the shit everyone wants, which is to be taken care of for the rest of their life. Hopefully, you never become disabled or a caregiver. I'm not sure how the caregiver part works. Don't worry. I don't think I'll ever become a caregiver. Disabled, the day is young. You never know what the drive home's going to be like. But also, if you're disabled, it's good if your family rallies around you to take care of you. Or a caregiver.
What if someone in your family underwent like a severe injury?
Right.
I don't think you'd be here every day. I think you'd be like looking after them, wouldn't you?
I think the family is the first defense. Now, I know everyone goes, what about people whose family died in a catastrophic dirigible accident and then they became disabled? And yeah.
The humanity.
We need things in place for those people. I'm not saying take everything out. I'm saying, in general, the family's going to do a much better job of taking care of said person than the government will.
You're mad that everyone came with exceptions to your rule.
Oh, they get insulting at some point.
I was like, all right, this part, you said they were mean.
Well,
all I see is the well-reasoned arguments.
Well, we didn't start with the hot takes first.
Okay, here we go. It's getting more brutal.
All right, hopefully you never become disabled or caregiver. We can go back.
Oh, okay. Like
we can go.
See,
go,
here we go.
Go back.
5:30. It's
go
5:30
back. Don't
somewhere.
say it.
Oh, my
go
bad.
back.
10 o'clock somewhere.
All right.
10 a.m. This is how Brenda was talking.
All right, so you go back to the one that I was looking at. All right, hopefully you never become disabled.
All right, one more.
And go back to the one I was talking about. Hopefully you never become disabled or a caregiver, but anyone can become disabled at any time. Yes, you can. All of a sudden, your whole world will change when it's harder to find work. Yes, but you still need a family, an intact family, to help that person who becomes disabled. I don't know what we're arguing against. The government just does everything all the time for everyone, and I don't think they do a good job. As a matter of fact, you're the guys who keep telling us the government does a shit job on everything. All right, so the next one is sounds easy for a hack comedian who did enough blow in the mid-'90s. I like that they were specific, to kill 2 John Candys. Well, John Candy was funny. So in a weird way, you're kind of comparing me to John Candy, but just with the cocaine use. And whose magnum opus is cashing off of fart and titty jokes.
I'll have you know we do dick jokes here as well.
Yeah, and a lot of racial humor.
Yeah, racism.
So, I don't know. Okay, a couple things. Is there some sort of issue with me and cocaine that I'm aware of? Because I just don't feel like...
blow?
No.
You were real hype in the 90s. That's what people were...
I couldn't afford... In 1995, I was making $37,000 a year. Like, I couldn't afford blow. Blow was $100 a gram.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Though, every iron worker I ever met did a bunch of speed.
I tried it a couple times. It's like, not
too nervous.
Not about me. I like going to bed. My favorite thing is going to bed.
Yeah,
it did not work.
With it, you know.
All right, remember, here's a response to I have a thought. How about everyone take care of themselves and their families and not rely on the government? And then his response is,
how about you suck my dick, pal? Jake Flores.
Jake Flores wants me to suck his dick.
He went, look, but notice the timestamp, 5:38 p.m. See, the previous very polite tweet was at 11:30. This guy was on beer 30.
All right. We got another one.
Jake.
In here. This one just says, how about you go back to the 80s, which I realize is kind of a catch-all insult, but I don't really know what it means as opposed to this. The 80s wasn't that bad a time. What if I did go back in the 80s?
I don't
What's
know.
that have to do with your family?
I would wear a sweatband for sure.
Now here's the one I like from Joel Keith, who says, to respond to my text, says a wealthy white guy with no special needs. I do have one special need, Joel. I need you to shut the fuck up. There's that need. Yes, I am white, but I wasn't born wealthy. I made myself wealthy through not relying on the government. But okay. We got another one, or we've got to the end here. Let's see. Just another white clown. I would argue maybe weaving race into everything is not a great strategy in 2025. You know, there's rich white people, there's poor white people. They're all over the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you guys think there's such a thing as white privilege. There isn't. There's rich people and there's poor people. Just another white clown with enough money to kiss up to Nazis. Tone deaf loser. Why is it tone deaf to tell your family to take care of your family?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a little classism. They're racist against the fact that you have been a successful entertainer for 30 years or so. Mm-hmm. So I get where this hate's come from just because I can see all sides of the argument.
This is from Philly Girl Forever. My dad was a South Philly guy, so man. All right, let's see. This one says, how about people not having devastating illness, tragedies, being poor, or having Trump unexpectedly fire you, saying you're worthless? By the way, you don't have to be poor. There's ways to get around that, and family helps in that department. Didn't realize how much of a jerk you are. I feel like this is a lot of unnecessary vitriol for a guy who's just talking about taking care of your family. Also, I'll do a math. If everyone took care of their own shit, we'd be living in a pretty good place. Not everyone is capable of it, but if everyone who was capable of it did it, then we'd be living in a pretty good place, which I learned from doing Loveline many years ago. This one from Professor Zenkas says, I was hoping you'd get smarter as you got older. I don't know that this one, I feel like what I said was the family equivalent of diet and exercise. Just kind of take care of business.
What you said was in a vacuum, I think, is like a perfectly reasonable thing to say, and that I think that anybody in the right mind can get behind. But through the lens of politics and painting you as this certain color or that certain thing, a label, now you're immediately attacked for saying something reasonable.
Oh, and there's the ones, these are my favorite ones. Who's going to build the roads?
Yeah.
Provide fire service,
okay,
research, and generally make society a better place rather than a dog-eat-dog world. Yeah. I think society would be generally better if people stayed intact, raised their family, made good citizens, paid their taxes, got folks educated, and all that. I don't know. Give me examples of the government being wonderful at that. That's my whole thing. Like, the government makes society a better place. Okay, I don't see examples of that. The places I see that have more government seem to be a worse place. But all right, do we have any more? Last one of this. How about you not rely on hack tropes and come up with an original idea occasionally that we haven't heard 15 billion times ad nauseum? Yes. I say family and education. That's true. But I would say diet and exercise, too. And you go, well, that's a trope. And it's like, well, it is a trope. But it's true. I don't know that tropes aren't necessarily true. All right. If there's one more mean one in there, I'll read it. But you got to find a good mean one.
I had a similar kind of run-in with someone regarding the voter ID thing. I emailed these to Byron. He could put them up. I had said that somebody was, all up in arms about having to get another ID. And I'm like, we've known about this for years. I don't see why it's difficult to get an IV. So I just said
ID.
I made it the real ID thing.
Yeah, you said IV. That's why. I know you just came from a cruise where you're fucking boozing for 7 days. So it's on your mind.
I said I made an appointment at the worst DMV in Los Angeles and got the whole process done in about 30 minutes. It's not that difficult. That's all I said.
Yes.
And if we can put up.
Yeah, well, that's because you're white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did people respond to with that?
This one guy really didn't like it at all. He said, it is an unnecessary expansion of government power, new, unnecessary rules passed by George W. Bush 20 years ago. But you hypocritically and illogically support this because you said getting an ID is easy. Because of voter ID, bro, your brain broke. And I'm like, whoa, dude, I never said I supported it. I said it was easy. Chill the fuck out. I said, if you're looking to start a fight, start with your stepdad. And he said, we both know my stepdad already left my mom because he couldn't stand being away from you. How is that an insult to me?
I think it's a gay thing.
Yeah, you guys were like banging.
All right, let's get into this. I'm glad you brought that up because there was a video that was put out that was shown to me before the show. I don't see it on my list here, but maybe it is somewhere on my list. And it was a Republican congressman who was performing oral on his rich fat cat constituency guys who paid him, and the blue collar working class guys were being left out in the cold. Now, but here's what I'm saying, and I've been saying it a few times now. It's 2025. Everyone's down with the LGBT community. That community is hard left. Why is their greatest insult telling me to suck a cock? That's your greatest insult, is telling me to suck a cock. Like, what if I threatened you? I hope one day you turn black. That would be weird. Like, you'd go like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well,
why is cocksucking still number one in the insult department?
They don't mean lovingly with affection in your eyes and eye contact with the, they just mean like jam it in your throat. And
I know, but in this day and age of, the post Pete Buttigieg era we're in, it should not, from the left should not use suck a dick as an insult. The right should still use it because we still make fun of gay people. But the left, you should be evolved past suck a dick. You need something else, is what I'm saying.
Get pegged, maybe?
You know what? I'm going to say we cannot equate gay activity with lame activity. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking up. Your message is weird and twisted.
You're coaching the other side how to insult better. That's cool.
Well, the problem is they can't use retard.
Yeah.
Retard's always on the table
gap,
for me.
Big missing
So they got to go gay. But in this commercial, it's a couple of blue collar guys walking through a hallway wearing their reflective vests on and carrying a toolbox, and they come talking about their taxes. We'll play it for you, sir.
My taxes? So expensive?
I know, tell me about it.
Oh my God!
What are you doing?
I'm your Republican congressman. I'm fundraising for re-election and servicing my sugar daddy and lowering his taxes.
You said you're gonna lower our taxes, man.
Sorry. You didn't give me any money. Now, if you'll excuse me, Daddy paid for full service, and I'm always a good boy for him.
Why is he sucking off Bruce Mumford? It's time.
I want to know what else this guy has been in. Because this guy auditioned to be the politician who sucked off the fat cat, and it's got to break down. This guy had to go in.
Law and Order, he was a pedophile. He's all the bad stuff.
He had to sit down with a casting director, and they'd go, okay, well, don't spit in your hand physically, but do, just kind of what we call a dry run. We're going to catch it on tape.
He was a red shirt in Star Trek. Next Generation.
Yeah. He had to do an audition and be like, okay, so I'm standing in a closet or on my knees? Bert, check the sides. Oh, he's standing. Okay, well then the rich fat cat, what's he doing? He'd be like up on an air conditioning unit or something like that. And then this guy's probably offering up stuff as an actor. You know what I mean? Like, don't you think it'd be more realistic if I was on my knees and maybe he was like on my desk at my office? No, he's in a utility closet in a commercial building. Yeah, but There's no lock on the door. Doesn't it seem like a weird place for a fat cat to get sucked off? Like, why would the fat cat go to a utility closet in a hallway in a commercial building with no fucking lock on the door?
Greg, just get it on your knees. Send in the lineman.
Hey, can I say this real quick? I'm not here to rewrite the script as the actor is sucking off the politician, but wouldn't I have like an executive bathroom? And what if we went in the stall of the executive bathroom, and then they'd go like, well, where'd the blue collar guys get the key for the executive bathroom? And then I'd go, okay, hold on, just listen. Maybe it's the janitor at the Okay, you're trying to rewrite the script. You're in a hallway. Do you want the job or not?
The second AD is shuffling over to the director. I don't think this thing with Greg's going to work out.
Your agent said on your bio that you could do stage combat, you could do an English and a Cockney accent, you could ride Western and English style, and you could suck off politicians. So are we doing this or not? But that actor had to come home and share the news with somebody, right? Like, I got to
what's the
get
pillow situation? Is a pillow or yoga mat? Like, what are we doing down there? You know, he's down there all day.
We got to see it again. And by the way, are you sucking him off or are you yanking him off? Because what's with the hand spit?
Yeah. I mean,
do you think he improvised?
Every good one is a combo of both. We know that.
Could you imagine going back to like, I don't know,
Victorian England?
No.
Oh.
This country.
Okay.
Go back to this country to like 1944 and find the guy, resurrect him, reanimate the guy who wrote a chicken in every pot in a car in every garage. That's what I'm running on.
Roosevelt? Who was that?
One of those guys did a chicken. He said, my commercial is you vote for me.
Yeah.
There's going to be a chicken in your pot. There's going to be a car in your garage. And then we go, here's the future political ads. And he'd be like, what the what are those two fellas doing?
Wait. First, he'd be like, wow, the color's amazing.
Yeah, the color's amazing.
What are these men wearing? Are they spacemen?
Hoover.
Yeah, that's right.
What year did Hoover do the chicken in every pot and a car in every garage? But we went from that to maintenance guys catching guys sucking dudes off in a closet. All right, we'll run it one more time. Let's see.
My taxes, so expensive.
I know, tell me about it.
Oh my God!
What are you doing?
Why?
It's going to hand you.
I'm your
getting
Republican
getting sucked off.
I'm fundraising for re-election and servicing my sugar daddy and lowering his taxes.
You said you're gonna lower our taxes, man.
Sorry, you didn't give me any money. Now, if you'll excuse me, Daddy paid for full service, and I'm always a good boy for him.
Dude, that's a good ad. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. That's pretty damn funny.
The guys in the yellow vest had to be directed. Look, you're disgusted, but you're not that disgusted.
Yeah, because gay guys are cool. But
In a normal circumstance, you just run. Ah!
well, gay guys are cool, but guys who aren't gay sucking off other dudes aren't cool. I think that's it.
I mean, that's the way it is.
1928 was the chicken in every pot and the car in every garage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And well, we went from that to this, everybody, from Herbert Hoover to this. So here we are.
That's not on TV. You can't play that on KTLA.
No, I think it's on the internet.
Okay, I got it.
We went from a chicken in every pot to a cock in every mouth. And a car in every garage to load in everyone's hair. Jesus Christ. Are we coming undone? Oh, we are coming undone, everybody. So, I don't know. It would be curious who that actor is, because that's a weird gig to take for an actor.
Thinking of hiring him?
I
do little bits on the vlog over there.
I believed him.
Me too.
I think he ad-libbed the hand loogie.
No. That was a definite Hawk Tua. That was
in
a little
the script.
shout out to the
Hawk
internet.
Tua girl?
Exactly. He did the Hawk Tua, so you knew what was going on. He looked like Vladimir Putin.
But do you need the Hawk Tua for the blowjob to continue?
That was. I prefer it.
You
honestly.
do?
Yeah. I mean, look, if she's gonna Hawk Tua, spin on a thing, I'm not gonna wipe it off.
See, to me, the Hawk Tua suggests the hand job
Nah, it's part of the entire package, man. Yeah, I got to teach you about sloppy toppy. Good Lord, Carolla. You taught
Wait
me
a
all
minute.
that sex on Love Line many years ago. Now I'm over here teaching you.
Well, let's take a brief survey. I'm looking at you, Booth. Hock to a girl. My definition or my takeaway from hock to a girl after seeing several porn renditions of it was her spitting on the guy's hog,
of
not
course.
in her hand. I thought hock tua was on the phallus, not in the hand. This guy did the hawk tua into the hand, which now suggests hand job when he was all knelt over for blowjob.
Well, they established how he wiped his mouth, so they already got it in there.
It says hock tua on that thing, so he's not talking about a palm. I don't know. All right. This is the modern day we're living in. These are the politicians. All right. Andrew, you can try to find that actor. I'm seeing him get his agent on the phone. I'd like to interview him, which is funny. Because there's got to be a breakdown.
Yeah.
We need pathetic actor on his knees.
Did he get SAG scale? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Also, there's also rich contributor who's being sucked off.
Yeah, the Bruce Buffer lookalike.
Yep. All right. There's this too. I saw this on the way here. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but I'm willing to get them.
All right.
I literally had someone tweet me the day before saying, I flushed the toilet with my foot. Sorry. Like at the airport, And I also see the guys who open the door with the push panel with their foot, right? And I'm like, well, now you're taking PP floor and putting it on the door where I put my hand.
All right, yeah.
And you're also taking PP off the floor and putting it on the handle of the toilet where I would put my hand. So I'm not a fan of that, and I don't like it. But I saw something interesting today, which was guy rode his bike, pulled up the intersection, and did the foot press of the crosswalk button.
Sick.
Which is now we got sidewalk foot going up to this. Now, I don't care about germs, and I just push them all with my hand, and I never wash my hands, and I'm fine. I just don't like it from a societal standpoint. This is a little more of my family education thing. I don't like where this guy's head's at. It's a narcissistic thing.
I think sidewalk foot is minor compared to like
Bathroom foot?
toilet foot. Yeah, and to your point, opening the bathroom door with your foot. I mean, airport foot. It's definitely in between bathroom foot and sidewalk foot.
Well, rank the order.
I'm ranking sidewalk foot low. I mean,
Sidewalk
maybe
foot's
you
low.
get some spit, maybe get some DNA somewhere on there, but mostly it's just road dust and there's no water growing anything. So it's just cooking. There's no bacteria really able to survive this vast wasteland of the asphalt.
Yeah, they do talk about how bad the asbestos and the brake dust and
So I'm
stuff
saying
is.
nothing can survive. Now, bathroom is a wet area where bacteria proliferates. It's a petri dish of kinds.
So bathroom foot, second spot.
But walking through the airport, nah.
Well, there's airport bathroom foot.
You're not
which
even
is
allowed
the
to bring
worst.
any water through. So the floor is relatively clean. I'm just thinking.
Oh, I think airport bathroom.
If I have to pick to lick something, sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Rather lick the sidewalk.
Airport. I have airport bathroom as the worst.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
guys are in there
doing what
with impunity. They don't care. See, it's like driving a rental car. They're in there. This guy's home. This guy lives outside of Cincinnati. He's in Burbank now. He doesn't know a soul. You know what I mean? It is. There's a judgment-free defecation zone. That guy can blow up that entire bathroom and walk out going, it's not like I'm running into one of my neighbors or something. You know what I mean? You can't do that on your home turf.
I know. You're right. Put your foot up and squirt every which way. Don't clean it up. No need toilet brush. What the hell? No toilet brush. You're leaving that for the next guy to pee off like a video game, Mario Brothers.
Do you pee off? Do you pee off the poop?
Yeah, I mean, it's the original video game for sure.
Yeah, I feel more
to my service.
There's some things I feel curious about. I feel very curious about the rogue pube on top of the urinal.
Me too.
Because you're standing there, and it's a good 14 inches above your dick. How did the pube get on top?
I can just imagine like a nice breeze come through and it float down like a Forrest Gump feather.
I picture an NBA baller, maybe.
Oh, it's swinging low.
Well, but
You
his
know what I'm
starting
saying?
up
It's
high.
like, up high, obviously, but like just drip.
Or
drop.
you just pull out your junk with such zeal that it just flies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You ever caught eye of the hair and realize like what race the guy was?
With the pube?
Yeah, you could match that pube to somebody sitting in the airport lounge.
You're right. Except for I have a black man's pube. So we couldn't do this. All right, another subject. I was listening to the song in the car the other day. We can't find that guy that played the actor.
That's a shame. He hid that role in shame. He used what do you call it? Like writer's
Pseudonym?
name? Yeah, pseudonym.
Yeah, don't we have, there's got to be, there's some app that the kids have on their phone called like Shazam, and you just hold it up and it'll tell the music. There needs to be an app where you just see a picture guy of someone's face and you go, that's who that guy
They
is.
reverse image search things all the time, but yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. I was listening to the song in the car the other day. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the quiet sleeps tonight. All right, yeah. Now, a couple things. I was listening to the 90s or the 80s. They did a reboot of that, like in the 80s. It became a hit. Yeah, except for it's the exact same song. You don't need to remake songs exactly the same. You need to put your own stink on them. I've told you guys this a million times. Do not remake a song from the 60s and the 80s or the 90s that sounds exactly like the one in the 60s because we already have the one in the 60s. We don't need you. All right. But then, so in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps. And then I start thinking about lion, king of the jungle. And then I was like, they don't live in the jungle.
Yeah, I know.
They live in the Serengeti. They live in the tall grass. They live in the desert, basically. And then I thought, who started this, and why the fuck did they do this? And my head was scrambled as a kid because I didn't do my research. I was just like, lions live in the jungle because they're the king of the jungle because they sleep there at night. And I'm like, they're not in the jungle. But we don't say, we don't say tree snakes in the Serengeti, or we don't see salamanders in the Serengeti. Like, we don't say alligators where they're not supposed to be. Why do we put the lion somewhere it's not supposed to be? And then why did we go along with this travesty?
I don't know, but it's an institution.
I
Once it gets through.
How did we get to a top 10 song dedicated about where an animal
This
sleeps?
song came out like
and they sleep
1962. They didn't even have encyclopedias back
They
then.
sleep in the wrong place. And it's also, they're not the king of the jungle.
But Serengeti has like 4 syllables.
Yeah, I know. It just, I don't like it. I don't like that there's 2 big references to lions being the king of the jungle and sleeping in the jungle, and it's not where they live. And I bet they don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody likes it. I think the king of the jungle is the elephant.
Lions eat gazelles, and they eat zebras. I'm trying to think. All right, their number 1 diet, right?
Yeah.
Zebras, gazelles, and antelope, none of which live in the jungle. So how could they fucking subsist off an animal that didn't live in the jungle if, in fact, they were the king of the jungle? It makes me angry.
I don't know why that makes it, but I mean, it is a good point. Fair point.
Okay, moving on. Somebody tweeted me a Japanese execution chamber. And you've been to Japan. How many times have you been to Japan?
I don't know. I lived there for a while, maybe 20.
20 times.
Yeah, but I lived there for months at a time also.
How was it?
It was very interesting and strange.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different culture. You get homesick after a while.
Really?
Yeah. But
How were you treated?
pretty well. Yeah, it was like a big deal. So they had to hide me from the ladies trying to chase me into the hotel. It was like a beetle.
Really?
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Japanese ladies acting that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple may have snuck through. I don't know. I won't tell.
Wow. So they have Japanese groupies?
Yeah. I mean, any sport, when you're at the top of the game and people, there's a media circus, that happens. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
You like the food?
Loved it. Yeah. And, it's weird. Like bento box is a regular thing. It's like a little box that, you can eat lunch real quick. It's like a to-go box, perfect food. Yeah, I don't know. I had a great. The weird thing is, though, I was pretty good, proficient at Japanese, but not fluent. So it was many a dinner with me just cocking my head left and right, going, what? And missing being able to have a nice conversation in English.
But you could speak some Japanese.
Some back then, yeah. I was like adept to be able to get around and get a girlfriend.
Society, was it clean and orderly?
Very. I asked one time my brother Rio Chonin, a great fighter from out there. I asked him, "Wait, why are these people homeless?" And he said, "They don't have money." And I said, "No, but like, why are they drunks or what? No, they don't have money." And I was like, "Yeah, but like, are they mentally ill? No, don't have money."
And that was it.
Really clicked my brain. I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
Yeah, but I still think you gotta sleep somewhere.
No, they do. They have like tent cities there too.
Oh,
it
really?
happens, yeah.
So somebody tweeted me something I thought was interesting, which is a Japanese execution chamber.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. Can't imagine it's very nice.
Well,
They put you down like a dog.
First off, it's kind of weird because when you hear people, and I don't know what their policy is over there, and maybe we can look it up, but they have an execution chamber. So they must do executions
they do, and
over
they
there.
go quick too. Like the funny thing about Japanese, I do know this, that when you're sentenced to death, you don't have a date. They just come and get you and then kill you.
Well, that's what they were saying.
That's part of the torture. Is that guess what? You did something that bad. Every day you're going to wonder, is this my last day? It's very zen. I like it.
If I was arguing against that policy, I'd be like, all right, I get it. It's torture and we're looking to inflict some pain, but you want these guys beating off like it's their last day every fucking night, because who's going to clean up that mess? Because if you tell me, Carolla, you're going at sunrise tomorrow, guess who's hopping in a mop closet with a friendly politician? Like, is there any possible way the preacher's coming to the if you think you're going the next morning, is there any possible way you don't rub one out that night? Is it possible?
So just every day you're cranking the hog?
You have to, because every day could be your last day. And could you imagine forgetting to beat off the night before, thinking you're good because you've been there for like 3 years, and all of a sudden you hear the boots coming down the hall and the preacher, and you're like, give me a minute.
I hate to tell you, Carolla, I live every day like it's my last.
Oh, abbondanza. That's what we say in Italian. So, 1933, Japan performed no executions, making the United States the only G7 country to execute capital punishment. The last execution in Japan was end of July 2022. So now there's 106 on death row as we speak. So they suspended it, but they did it. All right. So the Japanese death chamber, and I know we're looking at a picture of it, but I need more of the description of it, which I find kind of interesting.
What are death sentence worthy crimes in Japan? They don't have much gun crimes, so it has to be like stabbing people to death or this type of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're looking at a pretty sterile looking, what looks like a commercial office.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
room.
But everything in Japan kind of looks like this.
Yeah. Okay, but I need to discuss this. So I need the description of it. The description of it is follows. Maybe Dawson has it.
No, I don't, and it's just a nice, ominous music bed underneath.
Oh. Well, somebody tweeted me something that had a description on it because I guess looking at it over and over again.
Oh,
is not gonna,
I see.
not gonna
It's
work
a
for us.
circle on the floor on the tatami.
Yeah, it says taken video inside a Japanese execution chamber in Japan. Death row inmates aren't told their execution date. They find out on the day of. A trapdoor opens below the inmate and 3 prisoners press. So they put a noose around their neck, I guess, unless they fall into a pit of alligators. But it's funny. They kind of skipped the part about putting the noose around their neck. But
we get it. Yeah.
They stand on this square. They put the noose around their neck and the trapdoor opens. Now, couple things. They have 3 buttons that all the guards push simultaneously.
So nobody knows who's responsible.
Yeah. So I got a couple of different takes. Yeah, it's sort of like the firing squad with the 10 guys and one guy's a blank, or 5 guys and one guy's a blank. So they said not telling the date is a way to torture the person, which I get. I think I would like to know the date. But also, knowing the date's kind of a form of torture, too, if you see it coming down the road, you know?
100%, yeah.
Now, if you said, look, you got 10 years, I'd go like, who cares? But if you said you got 60 days, that would be a fairly tortured and masturbation-filled 59 days.
You're going on a romp.
So this thing opens.
The gallows.
I bet if I worked in this building, my office would be directly below the hatch. And I'd just be sitting there at my fucking
Your
desk
coffee
working
would
on
just
shit.
start
And I'd be like,
bouncing around.
Right.
Like Jurassic Park.
So I don't know what we're looking at a picture of right here.
This is the lounge, I believe.
Oh, you get to wait in a lounge.
This is the room where the inmates can meet a religious advisor before execution.
Oh, okay.
Talk to Jesus.
Yeah. And then they hook it all up. It's pretty
there.
sterile. Looks pretty good. All right. You want to know why I'm talking about this?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I have said, and I would run on this if I was a politician. I'd go
bring back the gallows.
Yes. No. Here's what I would do. Here's what I would do.
Yeah.
First off, the Japanese do stuff, a lot of stuff better than us. There's stuff we do better than them. But it's like these guys do scaffolding around a building that's made of all bamboo, and it can hold 500 pounds. Like, I mean, they're light and they're fast, you know? I got a Datsun 510 back there. That Datsun 510 has little 13-inch rims. It's a tub. It doesn't have a frame because they do a monocoque. They do a structural body. Their body is their frame.
Oh, okay.
Americans put a big piece of steel and another big piece of steel, and they make it rigid with a big, heavy frame.
Yeah.
But the Japanese and others figured out we'll make the unit itself the frame.
Yeah.
We'll make it stiff. That thing has a little 4-cylinder engine and, 1.8 liter. It'll go to Laguna Seca and whoop up on a lot of the big Mustangs and Trans Ams and muscle cars from the 60s.
Yeah. It's contemporaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what people don't really realize is you can stop scrolling pictures, please. What people don't really realize is it's 60 per 100 cubic inches. It's a liter for every 60 cubic inches. So meaning a 1.8 is like, for the sake of argument, this is it's 100 cubic inches. Those cars have 327s and 350s. I mean, their engines are 3 times the size. They're not twice the size. They're 3 times plus the size.
And don't have the output.
And they got 550 horsepower. And that thing's got 200 horsepower. And it'll still whoop up on the track because it's nimble.
Yeah.
And it's light. And it's efficient. And that's what Japan is. They make their shit light and efficient. Now, as far as ideas and technology goes, well, all you ever hear about these days with tariffs is China. They're ripping off our technology. They take our ideas and then they make them cheaper and lighter and faster and sell them back and everyone buys them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So China realizes, look, we're good at stuff. We're good at manufacturing, but we're not great at the idea part. Why bother coming up with ideas? Take their fucking ideas, rip them off, and then make their golf clubs and their chips and whatever it is they're working on, just make it faster.
Yeah, yeah.
A car, it's a Paul Newman car, it's a big twin turbo car, has a V8 engine in it out of a Japanese car model. And I said to some of the engine guys, I didn't really know about Japanese making V8s back in the 70s. They said, oh, they have a big Imperial like limousine that had a V8 in it. And I said, what was their V8 like? And they said, well, they basically took the Ford bottom end and put the Chevy top end on it. And I was like, yeah, they just ripped us off.
Yeah, yeah.
They went, why are we making a V8 when those guys have been making V8s for a million years? So we'll just take their V8 and make a little scramble out of it. We'll take the part we like about the Ford, and we'll take the part we like about the Chevy, and then we'll make our own V8.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just rip off everyone's good ideas? That's my whole thing. You've been in Europe.
Yeah.
First time I went to Europe, standing out front of a pub, saw the urinal thing. It drops in place in front of the pub. 3 guys using it once. Back turned to society. Open. Taking a piss, not pissing all over the dumpster or the alley, whatever, smelling like piss everywhere. Every stairwell and every parking structure smells like piss. Okay, I go, why don't... See, what I'm saying is, as a politician, I'd go, I'm going to fucking travel the globe and I'm going to rip off everyone's good ideas.
Great idea.
I'm just going to bring them back here.
Yeah.
So we're arguing over lethal injection and we're arguing over everything. And I'm like, you guys like, you like sushi, right? Yeah, I love sushi. Where'd that come from? Japan. Okay, but you like it, right? Yeah. Okay, are you eating pot roast every night and stew? And the answer is no. We like their sushi. We like the sushi idea. Good. They do. We're just rip off their idea. If you do something efficiently, you do something quickly, you do something well, then we'll take the death chamber from Japan and we'll take the bathroom from London, the urinal, and we'll bring it all over. We'll rip it off. Yeah. Whatever your ideas are, we'll do it.
I'm down with this idea.
You down?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I wish I could come to work on a damn train. Just
whatever the bullet train, whatever it is you got, we're taking it.
I did that bullet train in Japan. I sat in a 220 miles an hour train. It is bizarre. I got all the way to Merced.
Really?
No.
No, I took that was a brain fart. You're right. That's a good joke, and I fucked it up.
No, you're great.
Yeah, you know why? You did a Merced.
I know.
You hit a syllable different, and I thought it was a place in
Merced.
Tokyo. Yeah, I thought you hit a place that I didn't know about.
My bad. Yeah.
All right, you got some news in front of you?
I do have some news. Look, first up, Los Angeles news station accidentally posts the N-word on X, called a technical error.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they said that they were trying to use the language filter to the social media accounts, and the offensive word was accidentally shared. We are appalled and apologize that this occurred.
I like that they're appalled.
Oh my God!
Well, look, here's
put it up, guys.
here's the thing.
Get flagged.
If you don't do stuff on purpose, it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah, right.
We got to get that. We got to get that right. You use it trying to hurt somebody or denigrate somebody, then it's something. If you use it by mistake, then it's a non-deal. It's just embarrassing, but it's not, it's basically like, oh, we caught a Ring door camera, you pissing on your own lawn. It's like, yeah, I know, but I had to take a piss. It was my lawn. They don't mean anything bad, but it's fun.
In what world, though, is that a mistake? What explanation could you possibly give that word got tweeted? I'm not buying the mistake thing. I think there's somebody on the inside who did it on purpose. And it's being thrown, it's being buried.
Somebody's teenage
LA
kid
News.
Grabbed their phone.
Somebody did it.
Yeah, but here's Dawson. Every week since I've had this job, I've literally looked up at my plug screen and seen the wrong dates up there for every time.
How many times have you seen the N-word?
Only three.
Three?
Only three. No, I've seen so many mistakes in my life. It's insane how many mistakes I see. So now I do get if there's something in it for you. Now,
Well, who's to say that the person who did this wasn't trying to hurt KTLA?
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm shorting the
possibility.
stock right now, baby.
they experience a technical error while adding language filters. See, this is the part too where if you're going, here's the word and I'm going to add it. Well, you have the word. If the word comes out of thin air, I'm more with you, Dawson. If you're adding language filters and you have to put, like if you put cocksucker on there, and I'd go, why would you write that? And I go, well, it was in our language filter.
Still not buying it. Why on earth? How many times do you have to remind yourself a day not to say the N-word? 0? Okay, good.
No,
Why do you
no.
need to put it into a language filter to make sure that you don't say it?
No, I look.
No,
at
I
it.
don't think it's that. I think
The way it
It's
works,
not for
Dawson,
you. I think it's for-
man.
go
The
ahead.
way it works, Dawson, is that when other people tweet at that account that word, then they have a script that will auto block those people so that it
Okay.
filters it out. It's not
Okay.
saying that KTLA is going to do that.
Still not believable.
Oh, okay.
it's not.
No, it's not believable
man.
at all.
Jet fuel.
Because it came from their
melt
Twitter.
Steel beams.
Right, but if you're making a list of words that you're going to filter out, and that's on the list, then
Why
you're
would
making
it singularly be in the tweet this thing? It doesn't make sense.
No, but it seems like a mistake, is what I'm saying. I don't know that it. I don't know
Look,
that
because-
it's
all
on
right,
purpose.
I'll explain. I'll try to explain. There's probably a dialogue box, right next to their open Twitter, and somebody put the word in the wrong box and then press send. Bingo, bango, mystery solved. But you know what? I like your explanation that they're on purpose going viral.
Well, cool. And also, in the interest of parody, I just want to say that I wasn't exclusively getting drunk on a boat for a week. I worked 13-hour days, 5 days straight, and I got drunk after.
I get it.
After.
No judgment here. I'm saying people make mistakes, at least around me, all day, every day, with insane mistakes constantly. So I'm always open to the fact that somebody screwed up. That's what I'm.
I
that's
guess
what
I'm a
saying.
little more on the pessimistic side. I think it was purposefully done.
Well, I guess it would have to be by someone who's disgruntled who worked for KTLA.
Correct.
And maybe they'll find out who that person is. But I still, the problem is plausible deniability. If someone says, we have to make a list of words you can't say that we filter out, and this is one of them, and it ended up in the wrong box, then I will go, that's plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability followed by a lack of follow-up. What if Fox News tweeted the N-word? Would we ever hear the end of it?
Well, no.
Language filters? No way. You're all racist.
No, I agree. If Nancy, no, not Nancy Grace, if Sean Hannity did that, yes, we would be hearing about it. All right, what else you
All
got?
right, next up, Minneapolis becomes the first large U.S. city to allow Islamic prayer calls over the speakers. Yeah, the new ordinance allows the Islamic call or adhan to be broadcast on loudspeakers from the city's nearly 24 mosques 5 times a day, including at dawn and in late evening. You thought the church bells was tough.
I got hit by dueling backup beepers yesterday. Dueling backup beepers. And I was just like, oh, God, no. Are these sirens going off at dawn?
Yeah, they
Because
are.
look, first off, set your fucking alarm if you want to pray or do anything. I don't know what the range of the Islamic call to prayer alarm is, but it cannot be 12 feet. It's got to be into the acres, Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So listen. I'm just saying. I'm upstairs, and I'm 65 feet away from these trucks, and I can hear it like I'm standing behind them. Just neat, 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 and it's All right. Do we have him?
Yeah, this is a
Hear
shofar.
that? And we are not in the Middle East. We're in the U.S. It's Minnesota, Minneapolis.
Some guy's trying to rock the Doobie Brothers in the background.
That's right.
Slow ride.
Phillips Midtown, the most dangerous neighborhood in Minneapolis.
All right. Minneapolis come off the fucking rails. It's going to turn to a shithole, and I don't like any of this fucking shit. But go ahead. Get your woke bona fides and ruin your fucking state.
It's because there's
city.
a lot of Somali refugees or people that live there. They all moved in.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I know, but here's the whole thing. You fled a place because that place was a piece of shit, and then you came here because this place wasn't a piece of shit, so let's not turn this into the piece of shit that you fled. Everyone hates that kind of tough talk, but I'm doing it for you, Somali refugees. We got a better way of life over here. Come join us. No problema. But that's not the New World Order. It doesn't work. You go into, it's been a while, but you go into like deep North Hollywood, Sun Valley, Sunland, it's fucking Tijuana. It's just Tijuana.
Yeah.
And here's the whole thing. You guys left Tijuana because Tijuana was a piece of shit. So don't recreate Tijuana here.
You don't even have to go that far. It's Van Nuys at Roscoe, Van Nuys at Sherman.
Yeah. Sherman Way, which is it's a weird thing, but
I left it off.
But
Sorry.
not the PCH.
Didn't live there my whole life. Right.
It's weird. I'm from here. I'm the enforcer of street names. When you say the PCH, I go, it's just PCH.
Yeah.
But if you say Sherman, I go Sherman Way. So I will either add or subtract a word from your street name because I'm from the 818, bro.
I
Yeah,
purposely
you are.
don't use the thes when I'm talking about freeways.
Good.
405 to 101.
That's
Take the
more
thaw out.
efficient. All right, we got one more.
Yeah, we do. Let's go with the Blue Origin mission with all female crew, including Katy Perry, completes the space trip. Yeah. well,
Here's what I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah.
I know that the Blue Origin one is almost just become like some sort of Magic Mountain ride at this time.
Yeah.
But if somebody said to me, Adam, would you like to go on the Blue Origin rocket ship and go up top and just orbit for, or not even orbit, just go up beyond the Earth's atmosphere for a while, float for 4 minutes and then come back down? I'd go, yeah, I would, but I've seen a lot of footage of SpaceX rockets like blowing up. So, and I know this isn't that, but what's so different about what we're doing and what you're doing? Now
You got Katy Perry on there going, "We're a firework."
yeah, I mean, you got a payload and you're doing you're putting a satellite in orbit and you got a lot more tonnage to move and stuff like that, but you know, when Elon started with this Doge business, some crafty Democrat put together a montage of his shit blowing up, which unfortunately I saw on my feed. Yeah. And now you want me to get in your rocket ship. And he's the rocket guy, and you're the Amazon guy.
But I don't think the Amazon guy blew up many.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not pushing the envelope. He's like got a very safe, phallic rocket.
Right. So, okay, can we say this? We're saying, all right, Elon is saying, I'm doing the quarter mile. I'm at the drag strip. It's 1,000 feet now, but let's just call it a quarter mile.
All right.
I'm at the drag strip. I got a top fuel rail. Thing makes 10,000 horsepower, runs on nitro. And I'll go,
That sounds
and
fun.
I'm going to do this 1,000 feet. I'm going to do it in 2.7 seconds at 330 miles an hour. And I'll go, yeah, but I've seen a lot of those blow up too. I've seen some real bad accidents. Yeah, well, you're going 330 miles an hour when you cross 1,000 feet. Shit's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I look at this car. I look at Bezos, and he goes, I'm doing the quarter mile too, but it's in a stock Camaro, and we're probably only going to be doing about 125, 130 when we cross the traps at the end.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty safe.
Yeah.
Shit, something could happen, but it's pretty. That's this.
Yeah.
So is that kind of what this is? Because he's using a rocket ship,
Yeah.
but it's so much safer than the other rocket ship.
Yeah.
It's because he's trying to do less.
Yeah, exactly right. Less payload. Yeah, and set it up for 1 minute float in space. So it's not quite as high. I don't even know if it counts as like it doesn't break the barrier of the atmosphere. I believe like it breaks just to the tip of the atmosphere outside the stratosphere and then back down. It's very safe. Yeah,
they get into a zero gravity situation over there for
a minute. Yeah, they did it. That's what I read, that it was 1 minute of it, and then Katy Perry did sing, not the fireworks song. It was more of a publicity stunt. It seems like, because he sent his lady up there. He sent his fiance, who's a journalist and a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
But, she's not an astronaut. And Gayle King, Oprah's bestie, went. Mm-hmm. So it was about as safe as it could get for space travel.
Yeah, all right. So I think the whole ride was 11 minutes long. And I know people get into like, oh, what are you doing? You claim to be into the atmosphere and you're burning all this carbon and all this kind of, I don't know. It's let the fucking guy do what he wants. Let the chicks in. Some are saying that's a farce, but look, who cares, right?
Yeah.
It's also, I will say this about NASA astronauts. It's the same thing I said to Mark Geragos, attorney, when Kim Kardashian was trying to pass the bar. I said, you better fucking hope she doesn't pass that bar. And he goes, why not? Because when you say I'm an attorney, someone will go, oh, like Kim Kardashian? And then they'll start laughing and walk away. So like Gus Grissom or Buzz Aldrin would be like, I'm an astronaut. Oh, like Katy Perry? That's funny. And then they'd walk away.
Poor guy.
All right. Tarek El Musa's out there. He's a real estate investor, TV personality, and has a TV show, Flippin' 101. We'll talk to him about all things homes and flipping and all that. We'll do that right after this. It's, 9 p.m. on HGTV. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
It's flipping. I think people like the notion of it, but maybe they're a little scared of it.
Yeah, well, I know you know a little bit about construction. It's been a nightmare the last couple of years. It's been the most difficult it's ever been. So I've seen a lot of people get their butts kicked lately.
What is, like, people do ask me sometimes, they go, I got a house, I'm going to flip it, I got, limited budget, where should that money go?
It just depends on how big of a project there is. So like I always say, you want to do the easy things. You want to green grass, you want to clean up the landscaping, you want to paint the exterior, paint the interior. Inside, you want to clean up carpets. If you want to spend a little bit of money without breaking the bank, instead of retiling showers, you can retile bathroom floors. But really, the goal is, if you're just trying to get your own house ready to sell, just clean it up as nice as you can without spending too much money. Now, if you're looking to flip a house, it's a totally different ballgame.
I've found that you can paint tile.
Yeah, you can.
And I've been doing it for a long time, and now it's kind of a thing. But the biggest pain in the ass or expense is people come into a bathroom, the house is from the 70s or the 80s, and they go, it's fine, but I hate the tile. And tile is not like a roof. A roof, you can put a roof on top of a roof, up to like 3 roofs. You can probably go more if the inspector's not looking, but you can just put it on top. Tile is busted out, bust out the tile, probably the float. It's a mess, and it's a lot to float it, hardy backer, whatever, cement board, retile, grout, thin set, everything. Or you can just paint it all like white, and it kind of goes away.
Really?
And there's tile paint, and there's even a way to like charge it with a negative electricity or something, and it can be done. And it doesn't really cost that much.
So it looks flat, or does it look like there's tiles under there?
It looks okay. It's the exact same tile, but it looks like a brand new white tile. So it's actually called reglazing. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can go to like the Home Depot or Lowe's, and you can buy like a self-reglazing kit, which never really works.
Yeah.
Or you can hire a professional. It's like $400 or $500. They'll come in, glaze an entire shower white. So whatever pattern was there before, it's still there. It's just brand new looking and bright white.
Wow.
Right. And the thing that gave it the shitty 80s look is the weird rose-colored bar that went through the thing on the off brown tile, and it's like and so women go, oh, it looks like shit. Paint it all white, make it go away. It'll just go away.
Yeah, but most people don't know. You can actually take out just one row of tile, leave the rest, replace that row, then paint it white, and remove the weird patterns. So
Yes.
there's a lot of tricks and hacks you can do.
Yeah.
What's some other like little hacks that you could?
You know, here's the truth.
comparable?
I'm not good at hacks when it comes to like the construction side of things. What I'm good at is finding like real estate deals, off-market deals, how to find motivated sellers, how to find like mold houses, the worst houses you can find, right?
Are they? Is there going to be a lot of stuff going on in like Altadena, for instance? Like, so just so people who are listening, the average house that I'm off the top of my head, but the average house that burnt down in Malibu was $6.7 million. There's ones up the hill, but there's ones on the ocean. Maybe it's $7.7 million, and then the average one in the Palisades was 4.1. But in Altadena, the average house was like 1.1 or 1.3 or whatever that thing is. Lower. Sounds expensive to everyone, but here, lower end stuff. Smaller lots, not near the ocean, blah, blah, blah. Are people going to be rebuilding? Are they going to be buying those lots up? Is there some sort of Blackwater thing going on where the big defense contractors are going to buy that shit up and hustle everybody?
You know, that's a great question. I literally have no idea what's going to happen. Don't know the environmental causes of the fires. If I were to guess, I would say the community is going to rebuild. I think some people will stay, some people will leave. And if it does get rebuilt, I think it's going to be really spectacular real estate in the future. And I think it's really, really needed. I mean, it's been devastating what has happened.
I'm looking at my screen. It says the average price of a burnt down house in Altadena is $500 to $600 but that cannot be correct.
Really? I thought it was like.
Well, first off, there's no such thing as a place of under $1 million that's a mile away from Pasadena. That it's not 5 to 6. It's
really?
Twice.
Yeah.
Well, okay. My dad lived in a 2-bathroom, 2-bedroom, 1,300 square foot, no swimming pool, small lot, shit box. Carollas lived there. You know, I don't have to go any further than that. In Altadena, and like sold it for like 1.7 before he passed. So this 500 to 600 is like to the internet. I say to that because you can't find a house for 500. You can go to the deepest, darkest part of North Hollywood, the shittiest barrio next to the freeway, and the Marlboro sign. You don't get that, right?
No way. No way.
No way.
No way.
I don't know why the internet says 5.6. The lot may be something like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the land value, but that's the thing. Prices are just so damn high right now because there's no inventory because so many people have low interest rates and so much equity. And even if they are in pain or they're facing financial struggle, they're going to fight to keep their houses. Where during the Great Recession, what are you fighting for? People owed 120% of what the house was worth, so they had nothing to fight for. They would just walk.
Is that the job, flipping? Is it like hunting sorrow and sadness? Like, isn't there a bit of like, this guy's on hard times, now I'm going to flip this thing?
That is a great question. So in this industry, you're going to come across two types of people. One group, they're going to prey on people. Another group, they're going to help people. So what's most important to me in my company is called Tarek Buys Houses is we are really dealing with people in shitty situations. And most people don't know this. When you're flipping houses, it's not always about having a shitty house, right? It's mostly a shitty situation. And a lot of times a shitty situation has a shitty house. Yeah. But you're dealing with people going through real problems who are really struggling, who are upset, who are crying, who are really going through some shit in their life. So it's almost like we're counselors, to be honest with you, because, you know, we try to be good people, of course. Yeah. But there are a lot of sharks out there that take advantage and manipulate and lie. So you're
you
right
look at
and
it
wrong.
more like you're trying to save the day for somebody.
Oh, yeah, because like I've had people run at me, I'm losing my house in 3 days. I need $450,000 cash in 48 hours. Can you do it? I'm like, well, yeah. Next time, call me sooner.
Yeah, I think the general... I mean, what I've said to everybody, and I bought and got into the game the second I could get into the game, not to flip, but to own. But I de facto became a flipper because I'd buy another house and I'd work on it. And at some point I would sell it, but I wasn't flipping houses. I was just buying houses and working on them. But I would tell people all the time, just do it as soon as you can do it. Like a lot of people didn't want to squeeze the trigger because they went, I don't know if it's a good time. And it's like, listen, I don't know that it's the best time, but it's always a good time to get in the game. Like you literally have to get in the game of owning something. I wish they would teach you about being able to leverage stuff and take loans against stuff and essentially get in the game. Like when they talk about the haves and the have-nots or the forgotten or the financially illiterate, like, yeah, somebody should be saying, get in the game. You just got to get started.
I love this. I'm actually in the process of building a platform right now that's going to teach everyone about real estate at almost no cost at all. And it's going to be utilizing every single thing I know about real estate, leveraging AI, and teaching people every single aspect of buying, selling, investing, renting, leveraging, getting a mortgage, what to look for, what not to look for. Because the truth about this industry, this is a commission-based industry. So a lot of the professionals, their decisions are made around chasing these huge $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 checks. And what happens is when you're looking at a check that is $100,000, sometimes it gets in the way of you making the right decisions for your client, right? So
yeah, and also if you're talking about a percentage as a realtor, and it's sort of like, let's just say you're taking 5% and you're whacking it in half with the other realtor for the sake of argument. So then you're looking at 2.5%, right? And you got this house, and the house is $2.2 million, and now you're saying, well, there's a crack in the swimming pool, and it's going to cost $25,000, and I think they should have to pay for that. And at some point, your realtor go, just take it, and move on, because 2.5% of $25,000 is no never mind to them. Why argue with the other guy? Why fuck up the deal potentially for 2.5%? Of $25,000.
You nailed it on the head. And that's one of the biggest problems with the industry today. It is a commission-based industry that's dealing with people's biggest asset. If you go across America, what is the number one asset that people have? It's their home. Why? Well, they bought it for their family, and then it went up because of inflation over time. They should have bought more, by the way. And what's happening is a lot of people are getting taken advantage of because of the huge commissions. Like I remember I was buying houses or flipping houses in 2010, and the commissions were $4,000. The same houses, $35,000, $40,000.
Right. Yeah. And also kind of makes you, I mean, it's sort of like, I make this argument with hot waitresses at expensive restaurants. They'll go, okay, well, it came to $827. Don't do 20%. You got to do 25. It's like, that bitch came by the table 2 times and dropped off a baked potato. Yeah. And I'm like, the bottle of wine was $126, but she could have just dropped off $2 chuck. What's the difference? And I go, the chick who works at the Waffle House is busting her ass doing the same thing. Why does she have to get rich?
Yeah.
Why does she need to average $800 an hour? That's all I'm saying. Let her average $100 an hour.
And that's kind of what it is with the real estate industry, because you got to remember, you got about 10% of the agents selling 90% of the houses. And the reason that real estate is so expensive because the average agent sells 2 to 3 homes a year, which means they don't make enough money to survive unless each check is big enough, right?
Yeah.
And then the ones at the top who know what they're doing, and they're good marketers and good closers, well, they make millions. Why? Because they know how to convert leads. So it's a very interesting industry, and everything that's been happening with the commissions and Compass and Zillow, it's kind of like the Wild West right now. But like I'm most excited about working on some reform in the real estate industry.
Yeah, well, what did you propose? Because that sounds kind of vague. You're an expert at it. What would you say to change the industry?
You know, I'm working on a few things right now. It's not going to be out for a while, but I believe there's a better model than commission-based. I really, really do. I think,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around.
I mean, quite honestly, I've flipped about 1,000 houses in Southern California. All the houses I've sold were in-house, no commissions on salaried agents.
Yeah.
So I think there's a better model out there, and that will really serve people in a better way, and especially utilizing artificial intelligence.
So you're trying to get Zillow to fuck ChatGPT?
To have a baby, sure.
Cool.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Where do you think, are you based out in L.A.?
I'm in Orange County, Newport Beach, but buy all over Southern California, as well as commercial real estate. We just finished a self-storage facility in Surprise, Arizona with my company, TEM Capital. We're building a high-rise condo hotel in Fort Lauderdale, and we just bought 405 units in Texas.
Self-storage, man. I always look at it and I go, I don't know how this works, but then I see them in nice neighborhoods and I see a lot of them popping up and I'm like, I think this is a real business. I think I just liked a tweet where they were going through the storage unit where they have to auction them off, but no one knows what's in them.
It's a sore spot for me, Carolla.
it?
Yeah, you know I went to prison and damn forgot to pay my storage. And somebody's got my championship belt, you son of a bitch. Give me back my Sakuraba trophy. Storage wars, assholes.
They got your belts and your
Belts,
trophies.
and everything. God bless their hearts. Probably in a landfill.
I never
somewhere.
got. This is a luggage one. I did a storage one and a luggage one, but I want to see the luggage one.
Arriving at my door. If anyone recognizes this,
You can go to the
then do
start,
let me know,
by the
because I'd
way.
love- I bought unclaimed lost luggage from London Heathrow Airport.
No
and that
way.
is how it went. I'll pop the listing up on screen now of where I got it from, but this is what ended up arriving at my door. If anyone recognizes this suitcase, then do let me know, because I'd love to reunite you with your belongings. Okay, so all the luggage they sell is
that's
unclaimed.
wild.
Apparently the airport do absolutely everything to track down the owner for months, but
All right, you
unfortunately...
can pause it. I think they bid on the luggage like they bid on the storage, and you don't know if that storage is filled with Mayhem's belts or Kim Kardashian's bootleg porn from...
Well, I mean, there was a kilo of cocaine in there, too, but I don't want to claim that.
Or there's just old DVDs of action movies from the 90s.
I had all the DVDs on The Man Show. What the fuck?
So I also am not sure how the law works. Like, I would say... Look, I've been to a million car auctions. I've been to real high-end car auctions, and I've done them in Pebble Beach. I've been in Florida. I've done all the high-end ones. They present the car. You look over the car. You poke around, pop the hood, and do everything, and they go, "That's lot 227. It's going to be coming up around 3 o'clock today." But they don't go, "Lot 227. We're not telling you what kind of car it was." So let's start the bidding at $100,000. I go, "Fuck that. I want to see what the car is." I could get a Pinto. I could get a Lamborghini. I want to know what that car is.
Welcome to house flipping.
Right. No other no other job really works that way.
Oh my God. When I first started buying at the auction, you have no idea what you're buying. You don't know what the inside looks like. You don't know if the house is falling over. You don't know if people live in there. It's a gamble.
They don't have photos
Yeah, I
of
was
the
gonna say,
inside of the
God,
house.
No. The auction is done outside
You're
of
looking
the
at numbers.
numbers, but the actual auction is done outside of the Santa Ana courthouse by like the entry doors, and a guy stands outside in the wind with an iPad, and there's a group of people, and they're just saying, this property going for sale, this property going for sale. And
what is that?
It's wild. And I remember when I first started going to the auction, I'm like, this isn't professional at all. It's not professional at all. And then sometimes it's risky because if you bid on a property that has a common name and it's tied to someone else, then you can end up in trouble later.
So it's weird because, like, the car, you get a full inspection and a preview. And if it's a high-end thing, they'll go, "We're having a cocktail party at Gooding 2 weeks before you can come by and look at the cars or whatever." Livestock, you get to see the cow. Right?
I'm just thinking the buddies of the storage people get to like peer over, you know what I mean? Look what's in
storage,
there.
no. Houses, sort of. Like you see a picture of the outside.
But here's the problem why most people never actually make it. It's because they're so worried about losing money or making the wrong decision, they never get started. Where if I look at flipping 10 houses, and if I bought 10 houses at the auction, if I won 8 out of 10, I'm a happy camper. If I lost on 2, but I won on 8 and I'm still ahead, I call that a win. So there is some risk, but it's all calculated
betting
risk.
strategy. Yep, same thing. I get it.
It's like blackjack,
Yeah, it's like fights. I know this guy's going to win. This guy, I'm not so sure.
I just get in the game. I just tell people get started.
Agree.
You don't have to be a mogul. You don't have to clean up. You just got to get started.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
I think right now is a really good time to get started.
I'm on the edge of my seat. What happened to this fucking suitcase?
There's
nothing in there?
No.
Oh.
She found Uggs. I don't know what she expects to be in there, like gold ingots.
I mean, how much is that suitcase though?
Suitcase worth something.
Yes,
right. Go ahead.
Absolutely everything to track down the owner for months, but unfortunately, sometimes their only option is to either burn it, which isn't great for the environment, or remove any personal info and sell it. This is actually my 3rd time ordering one of these, and let me tell you, it's definitely a risk, but honestly, it's so much fun. Once I'd taken off the black wrapping, this is the suitcase that was underneath. It was this pink one, which was
I don't want to spoil it, but a small
huge,
Asian
and it
boy
had this
springs
heavy
out.
zipper on the side, and let me tell you, it was definitely heavy. I could barely
Emaciated.
remove it. Anyway, now it's time for the moment of truth and to whack open the case to see what's inside. And here's what I could see when I opened up the case. It was absolutely jam-packed full, and I instantly spotted a pair of Ugg boots, which is absolutely crazy. Make sure you come back for part 2 where we go through each thing in this case.
Oh, she got a
Great
tablet.
content.
She got bug boots. I mean, probably considering she put down like $52 or something for the case.
Does it say what she paid for that? Because I'm dying to know.
I know, right?
I don't know. I didn't take a deep dive in a part 2 about what she paid for the case.
1.5 million views on that. Yeah.
She made more money on the video than the case.
Yeah.
So again, a car you can fully inspect, a house you can see a picture of, and a storage space you can't look at all.
$129.99.
UK, so it's like $150.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. She would be devastated opening my luggage. It's like, oh, who travels with dirty underwear? This guy was on his way out. He wasn't even coming home. Like, they would just find socks and underwear and T-shirts people gave me, right? I think that would be about it.
Yeah, same here.
But I guess you could women can find shoes, I guess, that are expensive. Maybe handbags.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They'll find anything.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what is in a suitcase. Like the storage container, that's a wealth of opportunity and possibility.
Yeah.
The suitcase is limited a little bit. I think I would take chick suitcase over dude suitcase.
Yeah, 100%. Hell yeah, I ain't got shit in
Purses,
mine.
maybe a good purse.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
I hear there's a new curling iron that's like $500.
$500.
Oh, really?
I've
yeah.
seen it with my own eyes. It's a thing to behold.
It's 500. Still doesn't have a light on it, so the bitch knows it's on. But it's $500.
Yeah, when it's on sale.
No one has ever been invented that has a light. Every time I go into a bathroom, I just unplug it. I'm like, I'm not touching it. I don't know. I'm not taking any chances.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So all right. So go with the chick one, and then you kind of wonder. But also, is she the chick version of the dude on the sand with the metal detector? Like we call that guy a loser.
100%.
Why isn't she a loser?
Oh, she got 4.5 million views. That's why.
Exactly. The TikTok shop is live.
All right. Well, there is a storage one somewhere, and the guy just keeps pulling out DVDs from like the 90s, and it's tough. Also, I think it's one of those things when you open that storage locker, you just need the contents of the first box to kind of know where you're at, right?
Where
like
you're
you
headed.
see like windbreakers from Santa Anita and DVDs of shitty movies, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Like, how big's the safe?
How deep
There's
do
a
we
safe
need to
in
go
there?
into this thing? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to find any vintage pistols from World War II or anything.
I have inside houses, though, actually, believe it or not.
Sick. I believe
Really?
it.
Oh, we found gold
What'd you
and
find?
oh man, gold, jewelry, pistols.
We're talking doubloons or ingots?
I have no idea
Oh,
because the contractor stole them, but I heard through the grapevine they found them through my property.
Shit.
Like hidden, buried stuff?
We found $5,000 cash.
Really?
Yeah, we ended up giving it back to the owners because we felt bad, but we found it and they had taped it underneath their cabinet.
Yeah, I've found like there's
Classic.
weird stuff. You tear apart enough houses, you'll find weird little time capsules. Like you found like a whiskey bottle with the newspaper from that date, there, like presented like, hey, 100 years from now, when my Irish ass is dead and you dig through this place, you're going to find this newspaper with the year on it. Or maybe the guy just got drunk reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
But like you will find little people carve shit into stuff and write little keepsakes and stuff
I
like
found
that.
a Mountain Dew can unopened, original Mountain Dew. Yeah.
unopened Mountain Dew.
Man, it was disgusting.
You drank it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would find that when you're tearing everything apart, right?
Oh yeah, I found the weirdest stuff. I found that one time I opened a closet and like 15 fake legs came flying out, hit me in the face.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Are you going to have to, now you got crews, right? They got to come in and everyone's got to be fast and efficient and tear all the drywall out and everything. There's mildew or whatever and we got to tear all that stuff out. But now everyone's going to be rebuilding like never before in Altadena, Malibu, Palisades. Guys should do drywall. Guys should do framing. I mean, it's already tough enough. Like, are there going to be people just relocating here?
There's going to be a ton of people relocating here, and then there's going to be a ton of owners hiring a ton of people that end up getting screwed because the people are going to be inexperienced and they're coming here for the opportunity without the knowledge.
Oh, you think that's going to happen?
100%. I mean, I live construction, and it is such an industry where you need to know what's going on, you know? And
you mean you need to technically know what's going on?
Not technically, you need to verify the people touching your property, meaning you need to make sure their work's quality. You have to know someone that's worked with them. They have to have been around for a while. You want to see a portfolio, because if things go sideways on a real estate project, it can get very, very, very costly fast. And a lot of people end up losing 100, 200,000 trying to save 5 or 10.
People don't really understand that there's not a lot of guys who got into the business for the pride and majesty of carpentry or drywall or concrete forming. It's like a default fallback kind of. They weren't good in school. Their parents didn't have any money. Nobody saved for college. They got no vocational training, and now they end up hanging sheetrock.
Should have done groundlings.
Should have done the groundlings with me. But they end up in this job. It's like a catch-all. It's one step before homelessness.
We're talking
it catches everyone.
Carpenter or what?
I'll put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way. When you leave the Home Depot and you see all the illegals standing in the parking lot, that is the default job. If you're here and you're not documented and you don't really have any skills, you end up doing labor, you know, and at some point you work your way up. But it is a very flaky group. Like, it's the only group you get. Okay, there's two types of groups.
You can pay them in beer.
You get a call that night. There's the call the night before, I'm not coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's not them. Then there's the call after the time they were supposed to come in. That's not them. Then there's the part where they call it all.
Yeah.
That's not them. They're in the you call them crowd. Which is, there's any decent employee will call you the night before and go, I'm feeling a little under the weather. And then the ones that'll call you, you're supposed to meet them at 10 and they'll call you at 9 and they'll go, hey man, I can't make it in today. And then the ones that call you at 2 and go, sorry man, I had the worst food poisoning and I've just been out the whole day. You call them. That's who these guys are.
And it's just like the real estate mortgage industry, right? It's the top 10% are talented. They're great to work with. They're trustworthy. They'll take good care of you. It's the rest that you have to be careful for. So like being in this business so long, I see the everyday homeowner, buyer and seller going against licensed contractors and professional licensed agents or loan officers, and they're getting their butts kicked because they don't know how to negotiate. They don't have the experience.
The top 10% are busy as hell all the time. So when you find somebody who can be there, start tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look out for start tomorrow. All right, let me give you a plug. Flipping 101 with Tarek. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. El Musa. And you can see that Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. It's Eastern and Pacific at 9, right? Is that true? That's what I got.
On HGTV.
On HGTV.